people ask me about the basics of moving and shooting. So in this clip we're going to cover a few basics, some self-defense type ways of moving and shooting, and some competition ways of moving and shooting. You see, the whole idea of moving and shooting is to balance your shots. See, as you walk, your shoulders tend to want to bounce and your arms want to tend to move, and this will translate into your hands, which will, affect your barrel. You kind of walk the shot back and forth a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to try to counteract this by centering your body, and the best way to do this is to almost act like you're walking on a tightrope. You want to do your normal stance with your grip, and you want to try to get low, try to lower your center of gravity, but your feet work is the main part. You want to walk your feet in a line, like, 1 foot after the other almost, as best as you can. Alright, now for a point of reference, you might need some kind of line. Maybe a chalk line on the concrete, the crack in itself, it's concrete itself. Maybe if you live out here, you can put a line of spray paint in the ground to give you a line to walk as you do the moving and shoot. Now for the first drill, basically what I'm going to do is I'm just doing a couple dry runs. I'm going to draw the firearm, walk towards the fire. Of course, the firearm is going to be unloaded, and I'm just going to walk towards the target, kind of driving my barrel into the target itself as I walk forward, and just trying to steady my barrel as I walk the best I can. As you can see, it's not perfect. You do a little back and forth and up and down motion, but you can find your balance and squeeze your shots in between your intervals. Alright, all that works good if you're shooting in a straight line, but what if you have to move? What if you're shooting on a diagonal, or you're shooting horizontal from your target itself? Now the basic principle of this is you want to have your feet still staying in the same direction that you're going as you're moving, and you want your body to pivot only. So say I'm moving straight forward and the target's over there. I want my feet still going, but I want my body to pivot only. I kind of think of it as like a tank or something like that. There you go, like a tank. I'm going to pivot to the target itself, but my feet are going to stay the line of track. So something like, well, my feet still stay moving forward. See, like that you've seen, I got to a certain point where I couldn't turn anymore without moving my feet, so what I did, I started to back up. Now this is a very difficult thing to do. A lot of pro shooters like this, they shoot like this. Personally, I kind of suck at it. I feel like I'm on a trip every time I start to back up into the shot itself. So you're shooting, you're walking forward, and you get to a point where you can't turn anymore, so you pivot your legs and you start walking backwards. This can be really hard to master. It's not totally practical for most people, but if you really want to get good at it, that's how most master shooter class shooters shoot. Alright, but what about self-defense type shooting? All that stuff's great for competition wise, but for self-defense type shooting, it's not going to work that good. Self-defense type shooting, you're going to play more into your point shooting skills, into your reference to shot of the front sight. You're not going to be taking a good front sight, a full sight picture, and taking your time and walking nice and slow and steady. You're going to be moving fast. So the basic principle of this is you want to use your body length as a reference. So some people like to double their arm pull, triple it, whatever. The basic principle is say I'm reaching out, I can touch somebody like so. Now if I can touch them, my barrel shouldn't be pointed too close to them. I shouldn't have my barrel out here because they can potentially grab the firearm itself. So what I'm going to do is you want to step back program. So say it's here, when they're closer, I back up, I can extend out a little more, I back up, and I can bring it out. So basically what you want to do is practice when you're backing up. So say you come into a situation, it's belly, gut, 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 come out. You know what I mean? You want to first start at your belly, move up to your gut, and eventually come out to your chest till your full front, your full sight picture. So you just want to come out slowly, and the further you get away, you can bring your firearm up.